such an asshole!
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there and send me your questions and your money, and I will answer them. And we have an estimated rate of return on your investment of about 500%. If that's 5,000, I maybe did the decimal wrong. Stephen writes, "Hi, Cappy. I was looking at my Facebook feed lately and noticed how many ill-informed millennials were complaining about how Trump's presidency will ruin the lives of Mexicans, even though Mexicans don't live here. They live in Mexico. Despite most of the people posting these things are usually white or non-Mexican Hispanics. This got me thinking, since these SJW chicks would do anything to prove that they're not racist and hate Donald Trump, should I use this as an opportunity to get some easy pussy? Fuck yes, son. I can stop you right there. Here's the rule for getting sex. You do whatever is legal to get it. Fuck morality. And every guy will tell you his story about how morality got to them, or they wanted to wait, or they thought this one was special, or they didn't play or they're no, I'm not gonna. And then some other guy got her, or she abandoned. I would say almost 60% of the opportunities you can have sex with a girl are for that moment only. It's a coupon that's good at that date and no other date. It's not like you can exchange it down the road. Oh, she wanted to sleep with me now, so she'd like to sleep with me later. It doesn't work that way, especially in your 20s. You fuck a girl whenever you possibly fucking can, legally, okay? And whatever techniques you gotta use, legally, and fuck morality, okay? Whatever's legal. So, to answer your question, yes, if you want to play off of white guilt, and if that opens doors for you, I'd be very curious. I mean, report back to us. Me and every other guy would love to hear this. If being minority actually, and not necessarily just being minority, but playing to the white guilt kind of thing, I would be amazed if it does. So I have no, obviously I'm white, I have no data or empiricism to answer one way or the other. But from a shoulda, woulda land, hell yes, absolutely. We're cheering for you. We're cheering for you. Let's get to I'm an American of Mexican descent, and it wouldn't be hard to fool your average bimbo that I'm authentic Mexican, despite never living in the country before my life. I don't even know you have to be actual foreigner. I think when it comes to white guilt, it's basically I'm white and you're not, and where you actually come from or not doesn't matter. Now, if you could play, there might be another angle. Hear me out on this. If you came from a foreign country, that would give you a better sob story. Like, you're the poor, don't tell them that your dad makes six figures and that you're gainfully employed and you speak English. I mean, well, fake bad English if this is possible. But the poor, impoverished foreigner who just wants to make it. I saw this a lot in the salsa dance scene. Where there's obviously a higher immigrant, legal and not, but there'd be gals who had tons of freaking money, and then they'd, here is Pablo, and Pablo has crossed the Rio Grande, and he has, here's a story. You're working money to send it back home. Very believable, because that's the majority of immigrants anyway, you send the money back home. And you are just working for your younger brother and sister, and your father left, and you want to be a better man than your father. Oh, you could script this! Dude, you could go so many different routes with this. The only problem is you can't go too many routes because you start confusing your stories. Wait, was I Pablo? Was I fucking Raphael? I mean, your name's Steve, but don't say that. I mean, shit, fuck, who the hell was I? But From a philosophical standpoint, yes, whatever advantage you can get. But just out of social science experimentation and morbid curiosity and outright fucking fun, you could pull. I mean, watch Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. They don't. If you haven't, every guy should. Every woman should. It's a great show, a great movie. But watch the racket these guys set up. It's just hilarious what they pull off. And I think you're probably onto something where it's like, you're not white, you're oppressed, and if there is that much true guilty or white guilt among these girls, and then you play a manly story. Don't be these millennial fucking pussies that your generation is. you are hardworking and you have a little brother and a little sister, and your father has left, and you send them the money back home, and then you could well, see, now that's illegal. Then you'd be scamming them. That I could say, like, you could pull off the North African or Jamaican sex worker dudes who like totally screw these UK broads out of their money, because then you wouldn't want to ask for money. Say, no, I do not. I'm not like that. I do not want to collect welfare. I'm not like that. But then I bet you could get some really nice free meals or something. You sit down, grab a piece of paper, and start crafting the perfect story. And I would love for you to report back, but we couldn't tell people what it is, because then they'd find it on the internet. But you could run with this. This would be great. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. But then the question is, wait, was it this really good story you had, or was it the fact that it's white guilt? But by that time, I don't think you should give a shit, okay? If you're getting your dick wet, who the fuck cares? Authentic man despite never living in the country. Do you think the pros outweigh the risks? I see only upside potential. I don't know what are the risks. When she finds out that you're not that you're an American, I don't see what's. And besides which, the reason I don't think there's any risks is because most girls. One, do you really want to date a girl who dates you because of guilty compulsion because of your skin color or your ethnicity, and not that she actually likes you? I mean, there's bad discrimination or racial prejudice or bigotry, but then there's also, quote, the good bigotry. Well, Asians are really intelligent. Well, that's just bigoted what I said. Math. Let's say math. Asians are really good at math. Well, that's bigoted what I said. So, yeah, dude, I would do it. And if you agree, any tips on how to put this plan into action? Well, I just kind of told you there. Sit down, come up with a script, and think it through. Have a full story, man. Maybe your name is Stefan because it's similar to Steve, so it won't mess it up. But that's what I would do. I think you're onto something. Email me. We'll keep you under. But I would love to hear the results of this. Anyway, best of luck to you. Toodles.